Citizen U presents UFO, where you find out.
Today, you're going to find out about the Electoral College and election 2016.
Andy, election 2016, boy, a lot of complex and confusing images. Let's make the complex simple and the confusing clear. Nothing more complex and confusing than the Electoral College.
Well, the Electoral College turns our national presidential election into 51 local elections. The national popular vote matters little. What really matters is how do the candidates perform in the 50 states plus Washington, D.C.
Yeah, taking a popular election total, Andy, is just kind of adding to the confusion. If, in fact, Hillary wins more popular votes in 2016 and loses the Electoral College,
Which is likely.
That's not a first. In fact, it would be the fifth time. So we're not talking about the end of democracy or somehow we're challenging the democratic principles. The Electoral College, you're exactly right, 50 states with their own winner-take-all elections. That's how it works.
Students know out there that there's 538 total potential electoral votes, and to be elected president, you need to win a majority of those. You need to win 50% plus one. The magic number to be elected president is 270. To do so, the Electoral College rewards presidents who can bring together blocks and different coalitions of regions, who can build bridges between different communities of Americans. And whoever wins the Electoral College usually has that magic. And I'm going to tell you, Donald Trump is no exception. Donald Trump was really surprising in his win, but in retrospect, he built those bridges between North and South, between white voters, both who are college educated, and also white voters in rural America with little college education.
Well, remember, the votes are apportioned by representation in Congress. So you take a state like Illinois with 18 members in the U.S. House of Representatives and 2 senators. Therefore, Illinois gets 20 electoral votes. That's how it works. It also works usually by winner-take-all rules. Whoever wins the most votes in a respective state wins all of those states' electoral votes. You know, the Founding Fathers put the Electoral College in place to be somewhat of a filter just between the whims of popular opinion and mob mentalities. But over time, the process has actually worked, and we've only used the House of Representatives 3 times to fix an Electoral College that no one received a majority. So it's always had its tensions, it's always had its strains and stresses, but remarkably, the process has worked, and it worked this year.
And we're stuck with it because the only way to get rid of the Electoral College is really to amend the Constitution. And we know to amend the Constitution, you need 3/4 of the states to ratify that amendment. There's no way, with all the swing states out there, and even all the small states that have more mathematical power because of the Electoral College, there's no way you would get 3/4 of the states. You could maybe reform Electoral College and how you distribute those electoral votes based on state legislation throughout the states. But that is a long stretch to be able to do that.
We choose our president through the Electoral College. It's an indirect way, but in the long run, it's ultimately about you voting in a state, and those votes then matter in determining who your electors are voting for. Andy, it's the way we've done it from the very beginning. I think we'll be doing it for quite a while, despite somehow complex and confusing it looks. We're the 2 teachers. No fancy words.
No fancy suits.
Plain talk about issues you need to know.
Just in time.